this basic shape, we're going to then make it so it's more comfortable. So I'm going to bring the bottom box because I can actually use that. So let's make sure that's a group and this is a group. I'm going to bring this box up, straight up on the blue axis, and then I'm going to stretch it out, make sure it's bigger than the chair that I have below. So right now it's now bigger than that. So now we want to do a little curve underneath, so we want the chair to sit more comfortably. So I'm going to get in here and I'm going to use the arc tool. I'm going to just use the midpoints, midpoint to midpoint, and then I'm going to just work down just a little bit. And then I'm going to push-pull the bottom out. Now we have a comfy looking seat that we can use. I'm going to get it all the way to the back edge, so I'm going to use the move tool and I'm going to go down into the chair. I'm going to select this. I'm going to move it down just a little bit, and then I'm going to orbit and I'm going to move it back just a little bit. Right there, looks good. Now we're going to use solid tools, so you can see what happens when you use solid tools. I'm going to orbit around, make sure the whole chair is covered, and then I'm going to go to solid tools, and top one is union, outer shell, then union. I want the subtract. I'm going to subtract 1 from 2. Now you'll notice this chair has a good little curve to it. So now we've got pretty much the shape that we're looking for the bottom. Now what I'd like to do is not have to do things more than once. So I'm going to duplicate this and then we'll just stretch it out for the back side. So I'm going to use the rotate tool and I'm going to do it with I'm going to get it on the red axis line. I'm going to click once and then go at the 90-degree line and I'm going to click it up. But I'm going to hit on mine it's an Alt-Option key which duplicates it. If you're on a Chromebook it might be Control. It'll say in the lower right hand corner. So I'm going to put it up at 90 degrees and then I'm going to lift it up. So now we've got something that looks more like a chair, but I want to make this longer, taller. So I'm just going to grab the scale tool and then I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit. Then we're going to make it a little bit more comfortable. So I'm going to go back to the rotate tool and I'm going to get it on the red axis again. And I'm going to just tip it back just a touch. I got to select this first and then click the rotate tool. Red axis, and I'm going to tip it back just a touch. So now this is starting to look more like the chair. It's not perfect yet, so we're going to keep working on the design of it. So if you look back here, there's no real angles like this. So I'm just going to do a simple cylinder on the red axis line. I'm going to draw this cylinder out, turn it into a cylinder. I'm going to make it a group, triple click, make it a group by right clicking. Then I'm going to move this to the model. orbit around. I'm going to move it this way a touch. And I'm going to move it down to get it right where we want it. We're going to try to get it fairly close to where we want this. And I actually just realized I kind of want the opposite of this. So I'm going to scale this down. I'm going to get it right on the edge. And we're actually going to join these two. So I'm going to scale this side as well. Move it up a little bit. Orbit. And I want to make sure it fits the, whoops, I double clicked, so it pulled up my dictionary. So I'm going to just double click on this. I'm going to push pull it to the edge. I'll orbit around. I'm going to push pull this side to the edge as well. Make sure they're both to the same edge, which they're not right now. So I'm going to push pull that to the same edge. Now I'm going to click out of this, and I like that shape. So I'm going to use solid tools again. And I'm going to, this time I'm going to use union. And I'm going to go 1 to 2, and then 1 to 2. So this is now one big shape using the union tools. So if I then want to say, okay, let's color this, we're going to grab the paint bucket, and I'm going to use this hair color. No, I don't like that. I'm going to use this gray color. So it's kind of a faded looking chair. So now we're getting the basic shape.